pipes shapes. This is called a Zulu, and you can see it's a bit like an old Cutty Sark pipe. They're called Zulus. That's you know, that's what they're called. They're beautiful shapes. So when you see these very horn-like shapes, you do get a horn, which is slightly different. But there you go. That's a Zulu. That's actually from the same series as this. So you know, you can see they're pretty much identical except for the shape. So you get pipe makers who produce a whole series, particularly factory-made pipes, as these are from Larson's, a very good Danish pipe maker, and they make just different designs. So they kind of suit everybody, because people buy a pipe for two reasons. They buy a pipe to smoke nicotine in, or to enjoy the pleasure of smoking, the taste of the smoke, and not so much the nicotine. And also because they like a pipe, you know. So people buy a pipe for how it will smoke and how they think it will suits them, and how it suits the tobaccos they think they might like. But it's also about buying a pipe that you just like the look of. So I'll show you one more on that, and that is this. You know, look at that. That's a Thomas Spanu. It's way out there. It's got some really nice grain on that. There you go. Very, 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 very nice. Pretty funky and pretty space agey. Okay, now that is not a clencher. Or very hard to hold. Looks great. It'll smoke great. I'll probably keep this as a collector's pipe, and it should go up in value. It's unsmoked. It was made in 1991. Paid about €100 for it. That's probably would sell for about $250 today, $230, something like that. And if I wait a while, I might even get €300 for that in 5 years' time. You never know. So we'll probably just keep that in the collection. You get other pipes like this, corn cobs. They are from America. They are very cheap. They go for about $350 to about $5. You can still pick them up here in Europe, and they're very, very good. They're very cheap, and they're very, very good. They don't absorb the flavour of the tobacco you've been smoking it quite as much as briar, so that can be an advantage. And they just smoke great, and they're very cheap. So again, if you want to try the smoking thing and you're not sure and you're really on a budget, pick up a corn cob, a Missouri corn cob, if possible, Missouri Meerschaum, as they're called, and they are made from cobs of corn. Very, very, very good. I think there's only one last thing I have to show you, and that is filters. I shall show you another series difference for the filter. This is a filter pipe, okay? You can see the ending here is quite fat here, okay? Then you put in a filter like this, okay? You put in a filter like that, okay? There you go, that closes all the way, okay? And obviously, if I showed you a pipe like this, from the same series, Larson's again, Sandblast again, it's a little bit thinner here at the end, and it doesn't take a filter, okay? So, obviously, without a filter, you get more nicotine, and you get more flavour. You also get a little bit more tongue bite, like burning or scorching of the tongue. And the filters actually absorb a lot of the moisture. So what I told you before earlier on about putting the pipe cleaner in to soak up moisture in the bottom of the bowl doesn't become as relevant. Americans are not big fans of filter pipes. Connoisseurs are not big fans of filter pipes. It is very, very popular in Germany. It is very popular here in Holland. They do take out some nicotine, they do take out flavour, you do have to pull a bit harder on them, but I swear by my filter pipes. You have balsa filters, which are balsa wood, as opposed to the last filter I showed you, and that's made from balsa wood. This is made from paper and charcoal, sits in neat, inside it, okay? There you go. I recommend filters. I would actually recommend for your first pipe possibly a filter. Some would not. Over 50% of my pipes are filter pipes. I like them. It takes the acidicness out of the pipe when you burn it a bit hot. So I'm a big fan of filters. I'll show you one other thing. Often you buy pipes, not so much these days, but the older pipes, which your tobacconists may have an old pipe in the shop, and that's what they're trying to sell you, have things like this. That is a metal condenser, okay, and it stops the tobacco getting into your mouth, and so on. Not very good, and in most pipes, not all, you just take them out with pliers. They're not stuck in. Sometimes they're stuck in, they're usually not, and you just take them out, and that's it. So on the last pipe, it's we hurry up. Budget pipe, very nice. Unfortunately it's varnished, but it smokes good. It has some pits, so some little fills in there where they fill it with paste where there's been a little hole in the wood, which is again something to look out for. And there you have it. But it's a great little pipe. I love it. It's a Big Ben. I paid about €30 for it. Picked that up for $30, possibly somewhere online in America. And it's a vulcanite stem. And I want to show you the difference between an acrylic and a vulcanite. This is an acrylic. It's quite high gloss. This is a vulcanite. It's not quite as glossy. Vulcanite is made for some sort of volcanic material. And they carve it out of blocks, and it's more comfortable. Okay? Has a softness to it. There's a little bit slightly rubber feeling. Hard but slightly rubbery. This is acrylic, or ebonite as it's often called also, or lucite it's also called. It's quite hard. Okay? You can get high class pipes, a combination of the two, of vulcanite from this organic material and the acrylics mixed. They say it's half and half. Okay? The disadvantage with vulcanite is it tends to discolor, and you'll actually just see it on there. It gets a little bit green from moisture and also from light, so they take more maintenance. I like them. Acrylics are a lot harder wearing. The tooth will wear down less here. You get a lot of tooth wear on your pipes because nobody's got a perfectly smooth set of teeth. And there you go. So that's another thing to look out for. I think that's enough. I'm trying to fit this into a 10 megabyte. I'll show you one last one very quickly. Most pipes are made from briar. I showed you a corn cob made from a corn of cob. You do get some odd funny woods. This is an olive wood. This is one of the more common woods that are used when briar is not used. And it's an olive wood, and you can see the kind of grains a little bit more like your kitchen oak table. I mean, it's olive wood. They're very, very good. This is the Tommaso Spanu. You can pick these up new for about $90. You may pay $300 for it in your funky tobacco shop, but online, well, €90. You can pick these up for €90. I think I paid about 70 euros for this online, €60, something like that. Nice little pipe. Actually got a Cumbrian stem, which you can see it's slightly marbled, and this is a plastic acrylic effect, where they kind of have this marble effect. Okay, there you go. Very nice. I think that's enough. Main thing is you go out and buy a pipe. If you want to buy a pipe, look online. I would say, particularly to the Europeans, particularly with the dollar situation now, there are some great bargains to be had out there. I would also say to you, postage is very reliable now. You can insure the package, etc., etc. Just go out and get a pipe. The next lesson, I will talk a little bit about tobaccos. I hope I've inspired you a little bit. You can really get a pipe for any amount of money. I've said 70 to 100, be they dollars or euros, but you can go as low as $5 for a corn cob, and you're away and you're started. Okay, that's it. If you don't want to buy a pipe and you just want to watch me talking about pipes because you think it's kind of funny, you can do that too. I'll say bye for